Another day, I almost bought something. All day.
Every day.
All day, every day.
Every day.
This is The Perspective. We talk about a bunch of random things, and we try to be entertaining with it. My name is McCall.
I'm Mima.
I'm Producer Butters.
And I was just talking with a friend of mine yesterday who... they posted on Facebook. I got thinking about this. They posted on Facebook about TikTok Shop specifically, right? I love TikTok Shop. Love it. I think it's great. I haven't bought a lot of things off of it. There's only like one specific thing that I have bought from TikTok Shop, and they gave me like a $25 credit, so I had to pay like $3 for shipping.
Oh.
Worth it, right?
Nice.
Absolutely worth it.
You get it free. Just pay shipping and handling.
Basically. So
Isn't that most websites though?
most all of them,
right?
yeah. So it was like a bralette and a crop top that I ended up getting, and basically they give it to you for free, but you have to make a video about it, whether you like it, whether you don't like it. I'm always pretty honest with that, whether I like it, whether I don't like it. And I absolutely adored both of these tops. I never would have known about them had it not been for people who were directly posting videos about it. So I bought it. So anyway, my friend on Facebook posted about how he bought a nugget ice maker from TikTok and said it's been the absolute game changer of his life.
You know, I know somebody else that has bought a nugget
Dude.
like ice maker, and
Yeah.
they love it.
My-
It's like they're like, that's all I eat. And I'm
That's
like,
it.
That makes no sense,
It-
but okay.
It's fantastic. My mom,
Are you talking about who I think you're talking
Yeah.
about? Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah. So my mom has one in her house in St. George, and then she used to have one. Maybe she still does. I think she might have bought one. She had one in her house in St. George, and when her sister left, moved out, she took it. So she was like,
course.
sorry, it's broken. It's mine now.
Sure.
So conveniently.
I almost bought a fridge that does that
Yeah.
plus the ball,
Yeah.
like the ice ball.
Dude, I love those.
I was like, that is so cool. There's like 3 different ice things you can do. I'm like, do I really need that?
Yes.
Do I really eat
You
that
do.
much
You
ice?
You know, this
No,
is
I
what's
don't.
fascinating is how different ice is.
This coming from somebody who doesn't
Okay,
Eat ice.
what's
Yes.
your preferred
Yes.
ice?
Pebble.
crush.
Like,
Oh yeah, pebbled or
Yeah.
crushed.
I really like the pebbled ice. I mean, Maverick has the best, I think. Duke's in Brigham City that used to be Common Sense.
Mhm.
They have really good like ice too. It's like a rectangle cube.
Huh.
Delicious. But I was just talking to Dustin about this yesterday as we were driving home from Idaho. We were talking about ice specifically. Ice, because we had stopped at Maverick. They had their nugget ice, and I put my cup up to it, and the lady was like, I just tried that, it's out. And so I was like, oh, and as I said it, it started coming out. So it was like brand new ice. There is nothing better than brand new ice. And I know that sounds so weird. It's so good. I never would have made this discovery had it not been for my our personal trainer at the high school. So they had a nugget ice machine, and that ice would come out, and so we would fill up our water bottles thanks to the ice in that ice room. But like, I got to tell the difference because of that, and it like ever since then I'm like, it's gotta be. So it's not like that weird crunchy like icky ice, but it's soft still. Oh, delicious.
I'm trying to think of where they do like the little pebbles like you're saying. I
Yeah,
can't
that are
remember
like
where-
the bigger.
No, they're
Oh.
like they're small.
Oh,
But I can't figure out where I've had those at because I'm like,
a lot of
That's interesting.
a lot of the soda shops do. A lot of like
You
the
know, Sonic has
yeah,
pebbled one.
Cafe Rio
Really good
does
one.
it. I think Costa Vida does it too.
maybe that's where I've.
Yeah,
got it.
Probably.
Sonic's is delicious.
Sonic's is really good.
Now let's talk about somebody that doesn't put ice in their drinks.
Hi,
That's me.
that's you, and you can tell us it's totally different.
It is. So, if I get ice, it's just for like ice. It's either ice water
Mhm.
or sweet tea.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
My sodas, ice does not touch it.
interesting.
No,
Why?
it waters it down
Well, yeah, okay.
immediately. So it's like, no, it changes the whole. And when you, like, obviously the fountain machine makes
Yeah.
your drink cold anyways.
Right.
So you don't really need the ice. It's cold.
Yeah, you know that's
I don't know. There's just something about the ice that like.
See, and
like,
that's-
that I like.
That's the funny part is that I get the drink for the ice usually, and so it's like, oh look, flavored ice. Like that's how mine is. I'm
Flavored
completely
ice.
opposite.
See, and that's weird because like I probably should be the same way because like I will just grab like a can,
Uh-huh.
a pop can.
Yeah.
that's not even in the fridge and just drink it. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me. I don't really care if it's cold.
Right.
There's just something about the ice that it's just nice to have. Like shh.
It's like a fun treat.
It just like I don't know. It like holds down the liquid better.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make. It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
It makes
but-
it less foamy, and it also helps to anchor the straw. I've seen that.
Ding ding.
Because then
But-
it goes
what it is.
boop otherwise.
But
Yeah.
also, I'm willing to struggle with the foam and the straw.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's debate this. for a
Yes, of
second.
course. Why not?
We'll get back on the
No.
the shopping. Okay, can, fountain, or bottle.
Can.
Go.
It depends on how big the drink is, because
Okay, we'll just say like 20-ounce bottle.
a 20-ounce. Probably fountain. Honestly, again, I just like the ice part of it. I'm a big fan of the ice part. If I'm gonna drink, like, because I want the drink itself, I'll just do a can. I don't really. Bottles are fine, but I like the can better.
Cans?
See,
For some reason, cans just have a better taste.
Yeah,
I see. I think it depends on the drink.
100%. Yeah, like if we're doing like a Fanta or something, I'm going with the bottle.
That's actually
a lemonade.
fair.
Yeah, some of them the bottle, like the oranges,
Yeah,
like
bottle.
taste- bottle, but
Bottle.
like some of them the cans are better. But
Coke
then also I
or-
like the.
Yeah,
It's weird to me because you would think the fountain would taste the same every time you
It
go.
doesn't.
No, it
But it
doesn't.
depends on the restaurant too.
you go to McDonald's and you got the spiciest Sprite you've ever had, and I will always get spicy. I will always get spicy Sprite from McDonald's. It's my favorite. It's so good. I don't know why. It's delicious though.
That's so
McDonald's has, in my experience, and we're not sponsored, but I think, in my opinion, it has the best
Coke.
fountain drink Coke.
Yeah,
For some reason.
it does.
When it's messed up at McDonald's, I get so disappointed.
Dude, yeah,
so
it's-
disappointed.
it's the best.
You're probably right.
Yeah, it's fascinating
is.
to me. This is something this is not where I thought this conversation was going to go at
No,
all.
me neither.
We'll
but
end up.
I don't know how we
I'm
ended
sure.
up here.
I'm
We'll
sure
end up
we'll.
back at-
I'm sure we'll pivot. But again, like this is what we do. This is how the perspective works.
This
we
is
kind
true.
of we kind of end up wherever.
Just tangents.
Yeah. So one of the things that I find the most interesting is based on where you go, which kind of drinks you get. For example, Burger King, again, not sponsored, their Dr. Pepper always jacked up. I don't know why. Always jacked up. And recently I've been really bummed because like I like to go to Maverick to get their fountain drinks because they have red cream soda. I love red cream soda. If I'm going to drink soda,
Pretty good.
it's going to be one of those.
I don't know why, but for me, like cream sodas are just nasty.
Oh my gosh, I want them all
What-
day.
It depends.
All day.
It depends on the brand for me.
Yeah.
Obviously. Some brands are more delicious than others.
I like Barks.
mm-hmm.
I like Barks red cream
Barks is
soda
good.
or, just
So
normal
you like
cream
that
soda.
caffeine.
Oh, yeah.
Duh.
She likes the sugar caffeine. I like it red. So, I mean, Code Red is one of my favorites.
I can't do
I
it.
love
Dude,
Code Red.
love,
so
love.
good.
Livewire
Slay.
is probably my favorite.
Livewire's
Livewire.
decent.
Livewire's
Livewire's
pretty good.
Yeah, Livewire's
I like
decent.
it.
It
You
goes
know,
Livewire, Voltage,
Baja Blast.
regular.
Oh.
I forget about the Baja.
Baja.
Baja Blast is
Baja's
delicious.
definitely
Monsoon.
my
I mean, if we're
favorite.
gonna go all out, we're going Monsoon. The white one, whatever.
Yeah,
it
the white one was so good.
The
Okay.
Voodoo? Was it the Voodoo one?
I think so.
Yeah,
so
so it's funny because like this takes me back to high school, Mountain Dew specifically.
Yes.
Because I used to drink
Same.
so much. But they would team up with like Xbox and like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And so the Call of Duty ones would roll out.
I think
Oh
they still
my
do, don't
gosh. I don't know. But the orange one, they had an orange one that was delicious. I can see it in my head. The orange one, and then they had like a berry one that was like a blueberry something. Oh my gosh. What I would give to have one of those again.
yeah. The
So
Spark,
good.
Spark is okay.
Spark's all right.
Yeah.
I think definitely the Zero is better than the
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
for Spark,
Yeah.
which is weird.
I know. It's fascinating though.
Yeah.
It's
But-
very.
But yeah, like you said, when it comes to the different drinks, it depends on whether it's a can, a bottle,
yeah.
or a fountain drink.
Yeah.
I will say that when I go to Burger King,
Uh-huh.
I get Surge,
Yeah,
and I get so upset if they don't have it.
I know.
Do they still have Surge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, they got rid of it and then they brought it back.
Yeah, because everyone was like,
Wow.
we want
Yeah.
Surge.
Oh,
Why would you get rid of it?
okay. So speaking of the freestyle machines, because now we're there,
Oh my gosh.
those freestyle machines infuriate me
What?
There's-
Why?
Mm.
because they're always out
Yes.
of all of the things
Yes.
I ever want ever.
Yeah.
They're never out for me.
Oh,
Yeah, like
dude,
when I
always.
when I went to a place that had it,
Right.
right? Like the two things that I usually get, both
Gone.
out,
Yeah.
gone.
Gone.
What?
It's devastating to me, and it's
So
like,
I had to settle for a Fanta.
I
that
guess
day,
it's
though.
easy
I
for
know.
me because I prefer Coke, and you can't. run
dude,
out of
Coke's
Coke.
always gone.
What?
Like every time I go, Coke's always gone. They always have like I really like the sparkling waters. You can flavor it with like the lemon or the peach or whatever. Love those, but it's like the flavors are always out, always, and it's infuriating because I'm like,
Never had this issue.
Oh my
Every
gosh.
time I go to those freestyle machines, I get Coke, lime Coke. So I get Coke with lime.
yeah, you lucky dog. Ours are always.
Every time it works.
like,
I don't know,
literally-
I'm so confused.
That is so lucky because I feel like majority of the time when I go, my expectations are like below
They're like
the
they're
floor.
like the McDonald's ice cream
machine?
Yes.
Broken.
Yes, which
always broken.
we know it's broken because people don't want to change it.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean,
Yep.
truthfully, and it's fine because I've worked in fast food. I get it. I get it.
I think that's one of the industries I refuse to go into. I haven't
Oh,
worked for fast food. I have worked
freaking-
in the food industry, just not fast food.
Freaking miserable. It just is. Anyway, there's all of our soda rant. I mean, seriously,
Hopefully this doesn't influence you.
soda, ice, whatever else.
Influencers,
All right, so
influencing.
All right, so-
back to the ice machine.
Back
that
into the-
they buy
The
they bought.
influencing, yeah. So my friend bought this ice machine because he's just been influenced to buy it, and I have a Nugget ice machine. Well, it's like an on the counter ice machine. So we've talked about this before. Dustin, when I first moved out to Vernal, he had his fridge that like the ice maker it would not work, and then it would suddenly work, and then we'd open the fridge and it would be full of ice, and it's like, we turned this off, I don't know what's going on. Ice machine was possessed, right? So we ended up getting this over on the counter ice maker, and it's like a cone. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I know. I think I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
so you like dip it in the water. It dips in the water. It runs probably like, I don't know what, through the little stabby, pokey things. I don't know what you would call them, but it runs it through, makes it really cold, probably like a dry ice type of a situation, runs it through, freezes, and then it picks it up, dumps the water out, runs hot water through that thing, and then all of the little cones fall down. It's also delicious ice. Very, very good. So I have been like, yes, you need to get an ice maker. It's one of the best things in the whole wide world. Very influencer side of things because they are fantastic. But it got me thinking about different ways that we've been influenced. Makeup specifically is one that I'm always influenced to buy. I will go to an influencer who I trust, which is interesting because they're just random strangers on the internet I've never met in real life, but they've built that kind of rapport and weird trust in me that I'm like, okay, I trust their opinion on things. I'm going to buy this foundation over this foundation because that's the way that they've done it. Fascinating to
I
me.
don't know. I guess I don't trust influencers when it comes to makeup because there's been so many that have come
Yeah.
out that have been faked.
It's true.
Specifically mascara.
Yes.
So
What up, Michaela? Anyway.
I guess my problem, like makeup, I just go with a subscription service that comes monthly, and I like samples, and I try that, and I just
Okay.
base it off that.
Yeah,
So,
I've used it.
That's me.
I thought that was great. I've got a couple that I follow that are like more of your low key influencers, so they're not being paid buku dollars for it.
maybe.
And so I follow them, and they're the ones that I lean most heavily into because for a while it was the Jeffree Stars and the James Charles and the Jaclyn Hills, and so I would watch all of them and be like, oh my gosh, I gotta buy this thing, and then I buy it, and I'm like, this is garbage.
And then they
So-
all blew up.
And then they all blew up, and
Mm-hmm.
Dramageddon happened, and Dramageddon 2 happened, and Dramageddon 3 happened, and I stopped following all of them. So,
It's okay. The same thing's happening in the tech world.
oh
too,
my
so.
gosh, I know.
world.
Isn't it fascinating? We
It's
love
so
drama
fun.
that pops off.
Uh-huh.
We'll have to talk about that in a totally other podcast because
Yeah.
there's like niche groups on the internet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But recently, TikTok has convinced me to buy the Shadow Work Journal. Have you seen this?
They have been working really hard for
Oh.
me to buy it.
Oh my
they
gosh.
haven't gotten me to though.
So check it out. I went to look at it. It's like $3. It's probably more than that, but like it was pretty cheap, fairly reasonable price. They had a discount code on it. I went in and it's like, hey, do you want to just be sent this for free and apply for
You're
them?
Like, duh.
Yeah, for them to be able to give it to you so you can use it and then use it as like an influence thing. And I was like, yeah. So I just got it. My life's about to be wrecked in the best way possible. But I'm really excited about it. Again, this was something that I was influenced to buy. And now that I scroll through, it's like, hey, here's this shadow work journal. Here's this shadow work journal. It's really interesting. It's very fascinating.
It's like literally every 3 swipe
yeah.
is the shadow.
Have you
work
noticed
journal.
that it's
genius.
getting worse? Like
TikTok shop?
oh,
it's
just any advertising.
Oh,
on
yeah.
there, it's just getting worse. Like
It's on
it's
everything.
like
That's what it
sometimes I
is.
get 2 of them in a row.
Yeah, I do too. I think
I'm
that's where
like,
they're at.
Really?
Well, here's where they're at right now, algorithmically speaking. They've realized that everybody's skipping past the first one and then just going on to the next video because they see sponsored. And so then
Yep.
it's kind of like your guard's down because it's like, oh, okay, sponsored, done. And so now they're doing it so that it's the second one. So then you have to swipe twice. So it's really, again, it's very fascinating the way that they quickly pivot and they quickly shift into stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's hard because you go on literally any social media platform and all of it is advertising.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know,
I mean, that's
That's
what you
the
get for
world.
the price of free.
yeah, that's the world.
I guess for me on the influencing
Yeah.
thing,
Uh-huh.
whatever. I got I don't know how to put it, like body hair stuff.
Paint,
No,
Nairish,
kind of.
shampoo, conditioner kind of
not-
thing.
Grooming.
Grooming.
That's
Hey,
the word I was
great.
looking for. Grooming.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
Based on
Wasn't worth it, but whatever.
right. And
Okay.
that's the part that's like the most interesting, you know?
I thought I was never influenced, but I was.
Yeah.
My earbuds.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
bought those because my favorite YouTuber
Yep.
always advertised them.
Yep.
And I said I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars
Yeah.
buying the other two, so
Mhm.
let's try this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing that nobody really realizes how like impactful influencer marketing and stuff is. I mean, people are starting to get a grip on it and understand it. But think about it from the perspective of just like we're here talking, we're here having a conversation, right? I was talking with a friend of mine just the other day who was talking about what was it that she was talking about that I ended up going to go buy because she was like, "Oh my gosh, Sam's Club." I was talking about my membership. Whether I needed a Sam's Club membership, whether I needed a Costco membership, which one was pros and cons of both of them and stuff. But you think about it, it's like that's influencing. That's somebody in your inner circle who's telling you whether or not it's worth it based on their experience with it. It's just fascinating to me because it's like, oh, yeah, we've been influencing for years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, word of
Really, radio. Probably the first influencer.
Well,
really.
yeah, absolutely.
I
the
would
first-
say print.
I mean, kind of, but it's more of the personalized influence because
that's
it's more
fair.
of your personal, because like with the print, that was definitely first marketing, first advertising type of a thing. But I guess if somebody like Betty Crocker or somebody, because I listened to a podcast from Bailey Sarian on the dark history of Betty Crocker. Fascinating, by the way. But, you know, like Betty Crocker was somebody who you began to trust because of the way that they had framed it. And so then she would, you know, suggest XYZ type of a thing because it was created by the people who ran the flour company so that they would buy more flour. So it's this persona type of a thing. So it's fascinating to see the way that things have pivoted and shifted. And it's literally the same thing every single day, every single market, every single platform, just differently presented, I guess. Anyway, it's fascinating to me. We love advertising.
So this one's not necessarily a social media one, but like I have a spot on the phone that has like a news feed, and there's advertising in the center of it, or some, you know, every
Fourth
now and
one,
again.
or
So I ended up buying something off there too. It was called a mystery box, so we're gonna see what I get.
We love mystery
Oh.
boxes.
I probably just wasted my money, but it's fine.
Well, sometimes they're worth it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
A lot of the times with the mystery boxes, you're getting things that people don't want anymore. It's end of season things, producer butters. had the genius idea.
It's now old.
It's now old. It's overrated. It's expired.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, but it's fascinating. I mean, it's something that, I don't know. You can tell us what you've been influenced to buy, by the way, like at any point over on social, just at Utah's VFX. We've got it always open.
Yes.
But there's lots of things that I've been influenced to buy. Dustin has been influenced to buy things too, which is interesting to me because Dustin's not one who gets influenced by things, but it's always stuff that's like work related. It's not just random.
I think
things.
everybody can be influenced. It just depends on your niche.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And how you're being sold to.
Yes.
And the way that it's being marketed. It's fascinating to me. Consumer behavior is just because it's consumer behavior, but it's just human behavior. It's not just anyway, from an advertising standpoint.
I think so. I think for me, it's been more influencing on watching movies.
Yes.
Especially horror flicks, because if you have been a fan of horror like I have, you've come to realize that a lot of the movies aren't that great.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and you know exactly what the storyline is and who's going to die based on how they were introduced. And yeah.
And then sometimes you just, I listen to a lot of podcasts about movies or YouTube channels about movies. And I think that's one of the reasons, I was convinced to watch. I didn't even know The Menu was a movie.
Yeah.
Until one of my favorite influencers was talking about it. And I was like, wait, I haven't seen this movie. So I stopped watching the podcast and I watched
you
the
went
movie.
and watched.
Yeah.
That's another one. I mean, we've talked about this before, but I mean, recently I started watching Letterkenny thanks to the internet because they showed a little clip of it and I was like, this is hilarious. And so now I watch it and it's this mindless, hilarious, random show where Wayne just wants to beat the crap out of everybody. And it's just super dry humor. I don't know, but the same thing. It's people share these clips of things and it's oh, genius. You guys influenced me to do all of the stuff.
Most definitely.
It's wild. Do we have any final thoughts? I mean, on internet shopping and influencing and...
Influence away.
Influence away, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what I need to buy, and I'll buy it. This has been The Perspective.
Don't lie to me, though.
No, please don't. Goodbye.
Bye.